From the sun-drenched hills of Maranello rose an empire draped in Rosso Corsa, the racing red that would become synonymous with speed, passion, and excellence. This is the story of Ferrari's dominance in Formula One, a tale of engineering brilliance, driver courage, and the relentless pursuit of victory that defined eras and created legends. In post-war Italy, as Europe rebuilt from ashes, Enzo Ferrari's singular vision took physical form. He wasn't merely building cars. He was forging weapons for the asphalt battlefields of motorsport. "Aerodynamics are for people who can't build engines," he famously quipped, embodying the raw, mechanical philosophy that would guide his team's early years. Ferrari entered Formula One in its inaugural 1950 season, and success came swiftly. The Scuderia secured its first championship victory in 1952 with Alberto Ascari, who dominated so thoroughly he won every championship race he entered. The pattern was established early. Ferrari wouldn't merely compete. They would overwhelm. The 1950s belonged to the prancing horse. Between 1952 and 1957, Ferrari claimed 4 drivers' championships and multiple constructors' titles. Their cars, the 500 F2, the D50, the 246 F1, became mechanical legends, while drivers like Ascari, Fangio, and Hawthorne became household names. This era established Ferrari's mystique. The red cars weren't just fast. They seemed to carry an aura of inevitability. Teams arrived at circuits knowing they were fighting for second place. The Ferrari garage hummed with mechanical confidence, their pit wall commanded with Italian passion, and their drivers raced with the weight of a nation's expectations. The relationship between Ferrari and Italy grew symbiotic. When Ferrari won, Italy celebrated. When Ferrari struggled, the nation mourned. No other team in motorsport has ever achieved such cultural significance, becoming less a racing outfit and more a national institution. Sport rarely permits sustained dominance, and Ferrari's fortunes ebbed through the next decades. The British Revolution in Formula One design, led by Cooper and Lotus, challenged Ferrari's front-engine orthodoxy. As the sport evolved toward lightweight, mid-engine designs, Ferrari initially resisted, costing them championships. The 1960s proved difficult, with only sporadic success. By the early 1970s, Enzo Ferrari recognized the need for transformation. He modernized the team, embraced innovation, and most critically, pursued a young Austrian driver named Niki Lauda. Lauda's arrival heralded Ferrari's renaissance. Methodical, analytical, and blisteringly fast, Lauda transformed Ferrari's approach. Working with chief engineer Mauro Forghieri, he developed the 312T, a masterpiece that dominated the 1975 and 1976 seasons. Despite Lauda's horrific accident at the Nürburgring in 1976, which nearly claimed his life, Ferrari remained formidable. His return, just 6 weeks after receiving last rites, stands as one of sport's greatest acts of courage. Though Lauda would ultimately leave Ferrari after winning his second championship in 1977, he had helped establish a template for modern Ferrari dominance. Meticulous preparation, engineering excellence, and fearless driving. The 1980s and early 1990s marked Ferrari's most prolonged drought. As turbo engines revolutionized the sport, Ferrari struggled to match the reliability and performance of teams like McLaren and Williams. Not even the talents of drivers like Gilles Villeneuve and Michele Alboreto could overcome their technical disadvantages. By the mid-1990s, Ferrari had become something unthinkable, and also ran. 2 decades without a driver's championship had tarnished the mystique. Something radical was needed. In 1996, Ferrari made the most consequential signing in modern Formula One history, Michael Schumacher. Fresh from 2 world championships with Benetton, Schumacher brought not just his driving talent, but a vision for team building. Alongside him came technical director Ross Brawn and designer Rory Byrne. The transformation wasn't immediate. Schumacher's first Ferrari win, in torrential rain at the 1996 Spanish Grand Prix, showcased his brilliance but also highlighted the car's limitations. Yet with each passing season, Ferrari grew stronger. By 1999, they secured the Constructors' Championship, their first since 1983. Then came the storm. From 2000 to 2004, Formula One witnessed domination of unprecedented scale. Schumacher claimed 5 consecutive drivers' championships, while Ferrari swept the constructors' titles. The numbers still astound. Schumacher won 13 of 18 races in 2004, including a record 7 consecutive victories to start the season. This wasn't merely winning, it was redefining what victory meant. Ferrari's F2002 and F2004 cars remain among the most dominant machines in motorsport history, often finishing races a full minute ahead of competitors, an eternity in Formula One terms. Beyond the raw statistics lay innovation. Ferrari pioneered strategies now considered standard, like the undercut pit stop to gain track position. Their operations became the benchmark, with pit stops executed with military precision measured in tenths of seconds. The Schumacher-Ferrari combination became so dominant that Formula One regulations were modified specifically to curtail their advantage. Despite these anti-Ferrari rules, their supremacy continued until regulations fundamentally changed for 2005. After Schumacher's first retirement in 2006, Ferrari entered another transitional period. The arrival of Fernando Alonso in 2010 nearly restored championship glory, but Sebastian Vettel and Red Bull Racing narrowly denied them in dramatic season finales. When Vettel himself joined Ferrari in 2015, hopes soared for a return to dominance. Though race victories came, the championship remained elusive, with Mercedes establishing their own period of overwhelming supremacy under Lewis Hamilton. Ferrari's fortunes have waxed and waned in recent years. Charles Leclerc's arrival brought fresh excitement, with the young Monegasque securing pole positions and race wins that hinted at Ferrari's potential return to the summit. While consistent championship success has proven elusive in the modern hybrid era, Ferrari remains Formula One's most successful team, with 16 Constructors' Championships and 15 Drivers' titles across their storied history. What makes Ferrari's periods of dominance unique isn't merely their statistical achievements, impressive though they are. It's the cultural weight they carry. When Ferrari dominates, Formula One transcends sport and becomes theater. Their distinctive sound, whether the shrieking V12s of the 1990s or the howling V10s of the Schumacher era, became the sport's signature soundtrack. Their color became racing's most recognizable symbol. Their triumphs and tragedies played out on global television with operatic intensity. Ferrari dominance creates legends beyond drivers. Technical directors like Ross Brawn, team principals like Jean Todt, and engineers like Rory Byrne became celebrated figures. The Ferrari factory at Maranello transformed from a manufacturing facility to a place of pilgrimage for motorsport enthusiasts. Ferrari's periods of Formula One dominance reveal common elements: visionary leadership, technical innovation, driver excellence, and organizational discipline. Whether under Enzo's autocratic guidance or the corporate stewardship of later decades, Ferrari's greatest successes came when these elements aligned. Their dominance has shaped Formula One itself. Rules were changed to challenge them. Competitors reorganized to defeat them. Broadcasting evolved to capture their mystique. In many ways, modern Formula One exists in its current form because of Ferrari's influence. As Ferrari continues to pursue championship glory, their historical dominance provides both inspiration and burden. Every Ferrari team operates in the shadow of those red-washed golden eras, when the prancing horse didn't merely compete but conquered. When the lights go out at each Grand Prix, 20 cars accelerate toward the first corner. But only one team carries the expectations of history, the dreams of Tifosi worldwide, and the legacy of those periods when Ferrari didn't just participate in Formula One, they defined it. For the Scarlet team from Maranello, dominance isn't merely an achievement. It's their inheritance, their burden, and their perpetual ambition. In the cathedral of speed that is Formula One, Ferrari remains both the most faithful worshipper and its most exalted deity.